Malaysia is one country in Southeast Asia, but if you look at the map, they actually not connected. One part is sit on Malay Peninsula, and the other part was all the way over the Borneo Island. So, why Malaysia split in two? Let's we talk about this. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video, we're going to discuss about what Malaysia is split into. But before we get into the discussion, a little live update. My laptop is broken, so I'm using my tablet, but I will try to still make video for you guys. And we just dive in. So first, talking about geographical of Malaysia. So geographically speaking, Malaysia is divided into these two main regions. The first one is the Peninsular Malaysia or West Malaysia. This is the part is connected to mainland Southeast Asia right below the Thailand. It shares its land border with Thailand on the north. To the south, it's connected to Singapore by bridge across the Johor Strait. On the west, it faces the Strait of Malacca, one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. And on the east coast, it looks out toward the South China Sea. The second one is East Malaysia, which sits on the island of Borneo, specifically the state of Sabah and Sarawak. This part shares land border with Indonesia and also the small nation of Brunei Darussalam. To the north, it faces the South China Sea, and the east is faces the Sulu Sea, bringing the West Malaysia geographically closer to Philippines rather to its capital city, Kuala Lumpur. Oh yeah, and also separating these two main regions is South China Sea, about 600 to 700 kilometers of open water in between. Now, in terms of size, first the Peninsular Malaysia is cover roughly 132,000 square of kilometer, and East Malaysia is actually much bigger, around 198,000 kilometers square, with a combined area about 330,000 kilometers square. So, even though the most population live in the west part of Malaysia, a huge portion country lands area is actually in the Borneo. Talking about population, the capital city of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur. Here is a modern skyline with a lot of business district, highway, and everything you expect from a major metropolis of Southeast Asia. Not far from here is also a big city called Georgetown in Penang, another major urban center known for its port history, multicultural heritage, and also a lot of food and cuisine. In terms of city, Kota Kinabalu in Sabah serves as the main urban hub on the northeast side of Borneo, but still an important economic and tourism center. In Sarawak, they have Kuching play a similar role. It is the administrative capital of the state and one of the cultural center of Borneo. Compared to the peninsula, East Malaysia feel more spacious, more natural, and more remote. And now to the important part to answering this question, we talk about the history of Malaysia. This is my take about the brief history of Malaysia, so we could understand more why we have these two main regions, one in the Malay Peninsula and the other part is on Borneo. First, in 1789, this is where the first British entering the Malaysia. British in this company through the Francis Lake took over Penang from Kedah. In 1819, Stanford Raffles create this harbor city, and it called Singapore. In the 1824, there was this treaty called Anglo-Dutch Treaty, where the Dutch and British will decide which part of their territories they will take control in the Southeast Asia archipelago. And in the 1826, finally, British create much more settlement. This is called by Strait settlement. Here it is. They took like several points in the Malay Peninsula. In 1874, they have this treaty called Pangkor Treaty, where finally some British settlement can have residency in this area. But still, Sultan will have their authorities, but the administrative power, all of them will take over by the British. Now we go over to the eastern part of Malaysia in the North Borneo. First, in 1841, the Sarawak is given to James Brooke, one of the British adventurer, because he helped the Sultanate of Brunei. In 1878, Sabah will given to the British company as a North Borneo. In 1888, Sarawak and North Borneo become British protectorate. And also in 1896, the Federated Malay State is created. After World War II, in 1946, Malaya Union is created, but a lot of Melayu people rejected this idea. And in this period of time, Sarawak and North Borneo become the crown colony of England. In 1948, the Federation Malaya is created to replace the Malaya Union with better structural to accommodate Sultan. And in the 31st August 1957, the Federation of Malaya is finally get their independence from the British. And finally, in 19 September 1963, Malaysia is finally created with Sarawak and Sabah joining as one nation. Just bringing a little bit of interesting fact that Brunei was actually part of the early discussion to join Malaysia, but they have this restless and their own sultanate. So in 1963, Brunei remained separate and eventually become fully independent in 1984. And the other hand, Singapore was joined Malaysia as well in 1963, but last only 2 years. So in 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia and become an independent country. In the end, why Malaysia split into, we could easily answer it by it split into because it's shaped by its own history and geographical. But in the end, that's what makes it one or more unique country of Southeast Asia. And that is the end of my video. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoy this video and like it down and subscribe if you want. And see you guys in my next video. Take care and stay healthy. Goodbye.